Here we go. We have a question, longest common substring. So you have given two strings, string 1 and string 2. Your task is to find the length of the longest common substring. So we have given these strings and the answer is 4, and the answer is 4 because CDGH is present in string 1 and string 2. So its length is 4. We have to return the length. We don't have to return the substring itself. And on the next test case, we have given ABC and ACB. There is only one character which is common in both the strings, either A, B or C. So the length is 1. So let's build the approach. Before that, what's the brute force that's come into our mind? The first thing is we can start on any given index, and till we find the common character, we increment our count. But the substring can be present anywhere uh, on string 1 and string 2. So we have to take I and j on both the strings. So I and j points to 0. So we have to check if this value are equal. So I and j points to the initial value. So we have to check the length starting from I and j. So I and j, I will traverse till n and j will traverse till m. So this is the ij point, and starting from this ij we have to count the length. But the time complexity is exponential and it will probably give you TLE. So let's optimize it. In this case, we are finding the substring starting on ij index. But what if we do if ij is points to the ending of the substring? So here comes into play. We have string 1 and string 2. String 1 length is n, string 2 length is m. So it's a n cross m dp. So starting from this index and this index, we assume string 1 is this and string 2 is this only. So we have to check, is this character equal? In this case it is equal. So we have to increment 1 and find in the remaining substring. The remaining substring is empty. So let's go to next index. This and this. This is the I and this is the j. In this case I and j is not equal. So I and j points to the ending of the substring. In this case it is not equal. So ending from here, the answer is 0. A and D is also not equal. It is also not equal. It is also not equal. It is also not equal. So B and A, it is also not equal. It is also not equal. Not equal. Not equal. So we have to find till we reach a common character. So now C and C is equal. So we will increment 1. So we assume string 1 length is ABC and string 2 length is AC. So C and C is equal, and we have to find the substring between this and this. So AB means this, AB is this, and A is this. So we have to find the value here. We will add 1 because this character is equal and find the value from here. So here it is 0. So 1 plus 0 is 1 itself. So the answer is 1. If the character is equal, we have to add plus 1 and take this value. Next, we have this index. Character is not equal, not equal, not equal, not equal. It is also not equal. Now this character D and D is equal. So we have 1 plus, take the value from here. It is 1. So the answer is 2. Not equal. And this is also not equal. Now G and G is equal. So we add 1 and take the value from here. So the answer is 3. It is not equal. G. Now we have H. So we have 4 here. So next character is h and r, it is also not equal. So the value found here, not here. So while iterating, while filling the value on the ij position, we will maintain a answer variable, and whenever a character is found, whenever we are placing any value on the ij index, we will also update our answer variable. That's how we do it. But one thing to note here is, if we start from this index, a and a is valid, and we have to look here. So this index is not valid. So either we can write a check here. If I minus 1 and j minus 1 is a invalid index, then add 0. Else take the value from I minus 1 and j minus 1 index. Or we can build n plus 1 and m plus 1 size array. Here the values are 0, and here the values are 0. So we are filling our first value here, 1 1 index. Then we go to 1 2 index, then we go to 1 3 index. So if 1 and 1 index is valid, so we can reach to I minus 1 and j minus 1 index. So we don't have to write the check. So that's one thing we can do. So for checking the string, this is a and a. So this is the 0th index string. And we are starting from I and j value is 1 and 1. So while checking the substring, while checking the string, we have to write I minus 1th character and j minus 1th character. So we don't miss any characters. Let's code this. So I have built another function by taking n and m also. So we have a dp of size n plus 1 or m plus 1. You can also take n and m, then iterate from 1. You can also iterate from 0 index. If the index is valid, if the character is valid, so add 1 here and look for previous character, previous substring length. Also update your answer, and at the end return your answer. So that's the solution here. But if you look carefully, we have this dp. So we are at this index. So we have to add plus 1 because d and d is valid. We have to add plus 1 and we have to look the value here. Not previous to previous. We are only required the previous array, not anything else. So we will optimize this dp by taking current array and previous array. If this character is valid, we have to look the index of j minus 1 in the previous array. We don't require previous to previous or previous to previous arrays. We are only required current array and previous array. So let's optimize this. Here previous array, initial value it is 0, and this is the current array, current value. We have this index. The character is equal, so we look for one less value in the previous array. It is valid. Now if we go to next row, current points to this and previous points to current. Now previous value contains the current value which we iterated before, and current points to the current row. So that's how we will optimize the space complexity. Let's look out the code. We have two arrays, previous and current. Its length is m plus 1 and m plus 1, and we have to iterate n number of times. n is the length of string 1. Answer is 0. Then iterate. If the character is equal, then update your current j with one value and add previous j minus 1th index. After iterating this current row, we have to update. Uh, One thing I missed is we have to update our answer. And after iterating this current row, this row will become the previous row, and we have to reinitialize our current row because we are moving in the next row, and at the end return our answer. There's a still scope of improvement. We can still improve the space complexity. Let's find out how. Here, if you see, we are filling the value at the jth, and we are required the value from j minus 1th index. Suppose I am at this index, so I require this value. What if the value stored here? So I can utilize this value. If I have to fill this value here and this character is equal, so I need to know the substring length of this. So what if there's only one array of length m? So I have only this, and I iterate from backwards. So this value contains here, this value contains here, and this value is this character is equal. So I have to find the value from here. So instead of finding the value from here, I take value from this, because this is the previous index that I iterated before, and I am iterating from right hand side. So this value is not updated till yet, and this index contains the previous value. So that's how we will utilize this. But one thing to note here is, if the character is not equal, we have to fill 0, because suppose I am at this row, no, not this row, this row. So we have these values. Okay, that's fine. Next we have this row. So we iterate from backwards, and this value contains 1, and we check for this value. This index is not valid, so I have to fill 0 here, and this index is also not valid, so I have to fill 0 here. Because if we go to next array, next row, so here c and c is valid. So if there is a 1 here, so the value is 2, because we have filled 1 previously. Here the value is 1, but here the value is 0. We required this 0 value, not this value. So if the character is not equal, we have to fill 0. That's the only thing we have to take care of. Everything else is same. Let's look out the code. We have current array. We only required one array. Answer variable, iterate same as it is before, but this time the j loop starts from backwards. We have to iterate from m till 1. If the character is equal, then fill your value. Jth value will become 1 plus j minus 1. So j minus 1 contains the previous row value, because we have not iterated in the j minus 1th index. We are iterating from right hand side, so j minus 1th contains the previous row value. If the character is not equal, also update your answer. If the character is not equal, so we have to fill 0. That's the only thing, and at the end return your answer. Let's submit this code. All this code provided in the description box. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask in the comment section, and thank you all for watching this video.